Hi, I'm Terry Kovel, and today we're going to talk about my very favorite collectible because I've been buying art pottery. My husband and I have been buying art pottery almost since the day we got married, which was very smart because art pottery was ignored totally in the 1950s, and now, of course, it's one of the hottest collectibles out there. And there are pieces that sell for thousands of dollars. I thought you'd like to know about one of the real bargains we got because it's always fun to get a bargain. Ralph was out without me buying at an antique shop one day when he came across this vase, which is a very attractive piece of pottery that has a sort of a Japanesey looking design, and he turned it over and it had a mark, and the woman in charge of the shop said, "Oh, that says Rookwood, but I know that that's not really a piece of Rookwood, because Rookwood always marked their pieces with a mark that was 2 R's back to back with a lot of flames. And this one says Rookwood 1885. Well, what she didn't know is that the factory started in 1880, and they started using the flame mark a few years later. And they added 14 flames to the mark until they got to 1900. And then they started putting Roman numerals after the mark. So now when you buy a piece of old Rookwood, you're liable to find this kind of a mark, which is the one you see most often. And this is 2 R's back to back with 14 flames, and the date, I believe it's 1943, 42, I forget, but it's a Roman numeral, you can read it yourself. Then the brown marks are the signature of the artist, and I don't know who that artist is, but I do know that's when she worked, and there are lots and lots of tables. We have a dictionary of marks and a pottery book, both of which tell you all of the names of all of the marks that have been identified. So remember, if you're going to go out to buy art pottery, you can buy a piece like this, which is worth in the hundreds, or a piece like the first one we got, which is probably worth about $1,000 by now, if not more. It's not the kind that's bringing tens of thousands, some of them do. And you can look it all up and you can find all the history in the marks. So in the meantime, keep collecting. You never know what you're going to find next. And you can find a lot more if you go to Kovels.com and look up the marks. There's a dictionary of marks there online. There's lots of free prices and lots of information. And of course, you should be buying our book, Kovels on Antiques and Collectibles. They're in every bookstore.